was going to happen in his next movie had he got to make it. But then
Exactly.
they dropped it into this small budget, not the same kind of movie anymore, dropped all the other characters out, totally took it in a different direction, and yeah, you never finished any of that story, which for a lot of Alien fans kind of pissed us off because Alien 3 sucked, and we wanted to be like, oh, we could have gotten this other movie. Oh, what happened? What?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's kind of. I'm sorry, Alex. I'll let you go in a second. Here's what I kind of want to see, and I'm kind of hoping to see. Because Gearbox has a lot of work to do. I mean, let's focus on the video game for the moment.
Sure.
They don't have access to Ripley. They don't have access to Hicks. They don't have access to Newt. They've got Lance Henriksen as an android on board. Yeah, as the Bishop model android. He's on board. He's on board with anything anybody throws at him.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, so they got him, but they don't have the star power. So they have to create characters that we're going to care about because people, I mean, obviously Ripley, but audiences fell in love with Hicks and Newt and Hudson and Vasquez and Drake and Gorman. I could name them all. Frost, Dietrich. You know, I could go through the whole list. You know, they loved that platoon of Marines. Their big challenge is making us care about this platoon of Marines that we've never, met before. That's going to be a huge sticking point to whether this game is successful or not.
I wonder if we're going to get like an equivalent of game over, man. Whenever like you get killed in this game.
I hope not. I hope not, because that would be cheesy.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's going to be very difficult to recreate a platoon of Marines and have fans not go, oh, they're just trying to make that guy be more like Hudson, or that's just a Drake ripoff. It's going to be such a fine line for them to walk in trying to get this crew of Marines to be anything different and noteworthy.
Well, one thing's for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm sure the acting's going to be a lot better than it was in the movie, though.
Oh, come on.
Why would you say that?
That's terrible.
Because I knew it was going to piss you guys off, and also because I'm right.
But
hey, Vasquez, have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No, have you?
God. I don't know what that accent was, but I wanted to bring this up because this is the thing that really caught my eye the most in this Kotaku story about this, where he did make all these spoilers, is that he emphasized that this game was not going to be easy. Did you guys see that? Or about how like
it shouldn't be.
Exactly. No, because he said, I'll just read you the quote right here because it's great. We're going to need to defeat some things, but we're also going to need to feel the deadliness of them, Pitchford said. The actual game is pretty lethal. The skill test is anticipating or reacting. If you are good at anticipating and reacting, you will be killing lots of Xenos and you will be effective at it. You have the tools to do it. But when they get you, they freaking get you. You'll die. You'll die a lot. I don't know if we're as far as Dark Souls. We're still tuning it, but it's going to be pretty brutal. So that makes me, when I read that, I got so excited because you have no idea how annoyed I am by easy first-person shooters. Because if you ask me, shooters have gotten a lot easier as the years have gone by.
I'll tell you what, Alex. All you need to remember is short controlled bursts, and you don't want to mess with the grenade launcher.
I don't think you want to mess with that.
No.
All right, but back to the movies. Is an Aliens reboot completely out of the question? We're rebooting everything these days, or maybe not even a full reboot. Keep Ridley Scott's Alien as the first in the movie line. That's the classic. It's the one that cannot be touched. Why not reboot the rest? I mean, yeah, it sucks that you would have to get rid of Cameron's Aliens, but at least you get back Hicks, Newt, Ripley, Burke.
Oh, you mean in the game? Or do you mean...
No, I mean
as a movie
franchise.
Wow, okay. I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure.
You know what? Okay, here's the one thing that I would be behind, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would be behind the idea of them special editionizing these movies. And hear me out. Not because I think that George Lucas had a brilliant idea when he did that, though he did on a business end. I think it's because I've seen the trailer for Prometheus like a dozen times because that movie looks so fucking good. And it just keeps, like, hitting me in the face, the fact that the technology in that movie looks infinitely better than the technology in Alien and Aliens. So if they just, like, re-CG'd the computer interfaces, I could, for these movies, that's all I want.
I'll kill you, Alex.
That's all I want.
I'll kill you. You are not changing my smart guns. You are not changing my smart or my pulse rifles.
No, I'm talking about the gun. The guns are fine.
How dare you, sir?
No. The guns
you want to
are
take
fine,
our pulse rifles
sir.
and turn them into radios?
No. What I'm saying, I want them to change the computer interfaces. That's all I'm saying. I don't care about the guns. The guns can stay the same.
I do not want a CGI dropship.
Nope.
I will get mad. I'll nuke the planet. Fuck it. From orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Dude, if I get a CGI dropship, I'm just saying, Hulk smash, okay? That's all I'm going to do.
You guys are so backward thinking, I swear. You don't know how to, don't know how to
Dan,
make a quick buck.
Dan, you haven't said anything in a while. I kind of want
What?
your thoughts on this, because these two obviously don't support me in my endeavor. Okay, what if we just got rid of Aliens 3?
I mean, I'm not a huge Alien fan. I saw the first one. That was it. So that's why I've been talking.
Nobody cares what you think
Stricken from the
anyway.
Exactly, sure.
Go fuck a goat.
Okay, I'll do that.
No, seriously, please
Yeah.
proceed. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. I don't really have an opinion on it.
I thought you meant proceed to
And
fuck a
also,
goat.
yeah, Nate, and you have to remember, we aren't remembering, it's probably for good reason. It's called the Alien Quadrilogy for a reason. There is a terrible fourth film out there that needs to be addressed as well, in terms of whether it's, it ceases to exist or what. I don't know.
Written by Joss Whedon.
It was
I don't
written
know
by
what you're
Joss.
talking about.
Oh yeah, he's in denial, I
What?
forgot.
That movie doesn't exist.
As
Well,
far-
it's
yeah,
better than 3.
Is it really? I've
Yes.
seen some of Resurrection, and it just made me uncomfortable.
It's better than 3.
Okay.
You know what, Dan? You know what, Joe? I almost called you Dan, and I apologize.
What?
Yeah, don't do that.
That movie, Aliens 3, had Charles S. Dutton in it. It
Sure
had
did.
Rock in it. That makes it 10 times better than that garbage that was Aliens 4.
Nate, I'm
we're-
sure this will just make it worse for you, but I do have to remind you that the fourth one, or Resurrection, was made by a Frenchman. No,
Well,
it all
I
makes
quit.
sense.
I quit the show. I'm done.
got-
I'm
you
not
got
done.
me there.
I'm done talking.
You got me there.
It all makes sense to you now, doesn't it? Why that
Yeah,
movie's so
it
bad.
does. Yeah, it really does. I don't know. I say reboot is possible. Screw you guys. Get to it, Hollywood. Let's bring back Ripley. Let's do it. Okay, so last thing on the list, on the agenda for today. Can Daddy get a Frankenvader, please? Can I get one? This is a request to the audience.
When's your
I'm making
birthday?
a special
Mention
request. I've never done this. My birthday's in March. It's too late for that.
it. Oh, damn.
Funko has released. Anybody who's listened to the show for any extended period of time knows that the most horrible moment in Star Wars history for me was the appearance of Frankenvader in Revenge of the Sith. And you all know what I'm talking about. I don't think we need to. I was going to say we don't need to do it, but you did it.
Yeah,
So
we did
thank
it.
you very much. and then obviously, to actually twist the knife after Lucas stuck it in, he inserted that into Return of the Jedi.
Oh man.
Well, Funko, and I can only assume that somebody there has just a fantastic sense of humor, because they've produced Frankenvader bobbleheads, and it's Darth Vader, and it's got bolts coming out of his head, and he's kind of lurching towards you, and it's the most fantastic thing I've ever seen, and I want one so bad. If somebody in the audience is goodly enough to send me one of these, you can have Alex's spot on the show for a week. You could be on this. You could be on this podcast, and that's right, Alex. I just threw you under the bus. I don't care. I want one.
What if I send you one?
Then you could stay on the show for that episode.
Okay, that's good.
I don't care how I get one. I just want one. All right, guys. That's the show this week. Thanks for listening. Visit the site, www.pixelapocalypse.com. Check us out next week when we'll be talking about the Elder Scrolls Online, My Life at Level 50 in Star Wars The Old Republic, a whole bunch of other nonsense that hopefully won't go as long as today's show did. Thanks to Dan and Joe for joining us. Actually, you know what? I would like to see one or both of you back next week, because I think this show was fantastic.
Good to hear.
They don't
We'll think
answer.
about it.
Guys, don't jump at the golden ring, you bastards. All right, friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Remember to subscribe to the MP3 version in iTunes. If you don't catch us Sundays, you can catch us Mondays mornings there. Do we have anything else, Alex?
I don't think so, but when you said Elder Scrolls Online, I died a little inside.
Yeah, I kept hearing audible sighs from Alex. He's not a fan of this.
I just
Yeah. Oh, and well, he shouldn't be.
I-oh.
And we will get into it next week, I'm sure.
Absolutely. We will get into that next week. Thanks for watching once again. Live stream, Twitch TV, every Sunday. Pre-show starts at 3. The show starts at 4. Adios. Later. I don't know.
Say goodbye, motherfucker.
Say goodbye, motherfuckers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.